Daar was kunnen veel, hè?
Good morning, day 3 of the Camino. I wanted to show what we're going to do for the day just a second. Alright guys, so we ended here yesterday in Diba. We couldn't find a place to stay, so we had to bus board here. We decided to not take the bus back and start over because that would have been 2 buses. It would have given us a late start to the day. And we were intending to end here, which would have been a 19-mile day. We decided we're going to start from here and have a short day today and end where we intended to. We're actually going to be staying at this monastery down here. So down here on the elevation map, it's not too bad today. Start here and then here. So we're not in any hurry. We're sitting down having some breakfast and espresso. So it should be a nice, relaxed, chill kind of day.
You wag his tail when you eat it. I don't know. Maybe just that one time. Oh, the horned cat wants some. Oh, oh, y'all are just precious. Oh my goodness.
You have such a cute beard, little guy. You're so precious.
Hey, buddy. Oh no. Okay.
Let me get us.
He doesn't like.
You like pettins?
You probably can't scratch back there.
Oh, is that the spot?
Down there? Is that good? Okay. No.
No. Not gonna
Oh, he
eat
wants
the shell?
pets. He wants you to pet him.
He wants you to pet him. We have sanitizer and soap.
Okay.
That's alright. Girl, give you some pettins. He's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh yeah, that's the spot.
Oh yeah, it seems like you don't like snails.
Pretty.
Okay.
There's shells on the fence. Morning, chickens. very steep out of Zenaruzza. Just doesn't do it any justice on the camera. But very steep climb. Oh, baby goats! And there's the windmills way up on the hill.
You might be able to go down there with the door. Might be unlocked.
Hey guys, I'm at the monastery. We've been here for several hours at this point. So I thought since I had some free time I would give a recap of our journey and everything like that so far. Of course we're on day 3. So we started the Camino del Norte in San Sebastian because a couple of reasons. Spain wasn't allowing US citizens until June 7th. And then we had already had a flight booked from Barcelona to San Sebastian, and it got moved 2 days. So we had to take away one of our 0 days in Bilbao and start a day later in San Sebastian. So that's kind of why we started where we did. Day 1 was from San Sebastian to Grand Camping Zenaruzza, and I really liked that campsite. It had a lot of amenities. It was really nice. And the pilgrim rate was 16 euro per person. There's 3 of us, so 18 euro. Not bad at all. They had a little store, kind of, inexpensive, but what do you expect? The other stuff was inexpensive. A nice hand washing station, clothes washing sinks, nice bathrooms facilities. They were very protective with COVID. They had glass screens between everything. It was wonderful. The hike up there was a nice big climb, so that was fun. Day 2 was from Grand Camping Zenaruzza to Deba, and I'm gonna put that down. And that was difficult. It was nice and flat for the first 4 miles or so because we walked along the coast and it was just beautiful. And then a lot of steep uphills and downhills for the rest of the day. Walking into Deba was extremely steep, going downhill. Cobblestones was very hard to walk on. It hurts our feet, and they're really, really slow going. They're old roadways, I think, where the sand and dirt and stuff has washed away between the cobblestones. So it was very, very just rough terrain. We got into Deba and we're pretty exhausted. I think that was a 15.6 mile day, and couldn't find a place to stay. The municipal albergue was closed, so we walked and found another one that was also closed, and the pension was full. Everyone had reservations. There were no rooms. So we spent at least an hour, probably more, trying to call every place there. The only hotel that had any accommodations was an adult-only hotel, and we have a teenager with us, so we couldn't do that. But we tried booking.com. I mean, there was nothing. So a couple of, maybe 4 or 5 kilometers out of town, I think was supposed to be another albergue. And we were exhausted. We didn't want to walk that far and not have space for us. So we ended up taking a couple of buses to get to Markina. So that's where we stayed last night. And that was a nice, cute little place too. It was €14 per person. And the grounds were beautiful. They have gardens. I love gardens. And chickens. I love chickens. Yeah, just kind of we don't have a lot of experience, but it was a nice place. And so today, we had really wanted to stay at this monastery. We researched it before our travels and stuff, of course, and we couldn't reserve it, but we really wanted to. But we called a bunch of places, several towns past here, because we didn't want to have a short 5-mile day, but some places you couldn't reserve in advance. Some places didn't answer the phone at all, so I'm not sure if they're closed, and we're not counting on them to be open at this point. So we didn't have a choice. We would have had to walk a lot to get to the next town that had a place for us to stay, or stay at the monastery. So we were here. It was less than a 5-mile day. I think it was 4.68 miles. But it was nice. It was a nice day to recover. My daughter was really sore. I think by the end of yesterday, she was maybe a little tearful. She was just kind of worn out mentally and physically. So we split her pack weight between my husband and I and carried it today. And like I said, a much easier day. And a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful up here. Just gorgeous. So, well, we should be back at it tomorrow. I think there's 15.1 miles tomorrow till Guernica. And terrain, I don't think it's quite as steep as it was yesterday, but some ups and downs. So it'll be nice, and I thought I'd give you a recap of that. See you later. Bye. This is what 8 o'clock at night in Spain looks like. Still very bright.